So what brings you to Fairway Ford today? Are you all talking business or what?
I just decided this was a good place to come to.
Okay.
I wanted to look at a new Mustang.
At this point in your career, you've taken on a lot of younger drivers as kind of a protege and
well, I wouldn't say protege, but
tutoring,
trying to help them.
And one of those is a Kingsport native, John King. What can you bring to the table for a guy like John who's been racing dirt? Now he's going to asphalt. How do you help guide him in this journey?
Well, I mean, some of the stuff I can't. You know, some of the stuff he's got to learn on his own. But just, I think where we can help, or what we can do, is help put some of the pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got to make it all fit, but we can help him sort through and get the parts and pieces or whatever, or lead him in a direction as far as that's concerned, and at least try to find the right circumstance for what he needs to do or what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got the ability or have got the means to go run some dirt, I think dirt is a good avenue to go
mm-hmm.
for a period of time. But then again, on the flip side of that, you've got to be able to go run the asphalt stuff, because the asphalt stuff is what's going to continue to take you up to the next level.
Mm-hmm. And I assume that you have NASCAR aspirations if you've come to the asphalt world. Is that true?
That is true.
Well, this is your first year. What have you been able to gain from this partnership with Bill Elliott so far?
All sorts of things. I don't know where to start. You know, just being able to mix it up with them there in the shop and learn everything that they've learned,
mm-hmm.
come to acquire over the years.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good there.
Tell me about that Bristol race. I mean, I seen you dodge some major calamities.
I got lucky. We were in the right place at the right
Well,
time.
you were turning the steering wheel at the right time, so it wasn't all luck. Because I saw you go like a snake through a bunch of wrecked cars, so that was pretty good.
It was a little hairy.
Yeah, but that was your first major. I mean, Hickory got rained out, so this was your first major UARA race. Was at Bristol?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how did you feel going into that?
It was something else. It was neat being there on NASCAR weekend with everything going on, and
mm-hmm.
you know, the television companies coming in and out, and everybody working. It's like an army of ants in there. It was neat being part of that.
You run the full season of UARA late models. Do you have any plans to move up to another level soon?
I hope so. We've acquired a truck in the past little bit. We're planning to go test some and see where that might take us.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, absolutely.
You know, not necessarily call it a driver development. It's just a pooling of resources to make things
mm-hmm.
better for everybody. And getting the right brakes is as important as anything, and that's what's going to be the key to what you
mm-hmm.
to make it to the next level in anything you do.
I think if somebody knows that you're helping them, they're going to get a little more attention, probably.
Well, hopefully it don't hurt. I mean,
mm-hmm.
and that's it. I mean, we can bring some little something to the table that might get them, you know, a foot in the door, and sometimes that leads to something bigger.
Mm-hmm. You said you got 10 more races with the Wood Brothers this year?
Yeah, 10 more.
What's after that? Is it just year by year, or?
It's more like minute by minute. You know, I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, you know, right now I'm at a part of my career that, you know, depending on what opportunity came along, would probably sway my decision on what I wanted to do. But
mm-hmm.
you know, if it's not, I mean, I love driving for those guys. They've been so easy to work with, and it's been so much fun, and it's been enjoyable to go to the racetrack. A lot of pressure going, and a lot of times, and knowing you got to qualify on time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, other than that, and the one thing I do miss is not doing it every week and staying as sharp as you need to be from everybody's standpoint. But
mm-hmm.
but you know, you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
right.
We've got funds to run the 12 races this year, and I commend them for sticking up with that and doing what they need to do and try to get back organized and
mm-hmm.
be back in a position if the money does come along down the road and be back in it for the full race season.